Hello and welcome to NPC Farm. We are out here in southern Stevens County, Washington. It is early May. We're at about 2,700 feet, although we will wander down to about 2,400 feet at some point. And just going to take a look at what is blooming out here in early May. So a lot of the stuff that was up here is finishing off, and the successors, like the lupins and the yarrow, are not yet ready to pop off, but we do have some absolute bangers up here on the top. That being, boom. So this is a local perennial sunflower. This is arrowleaf balsam root. See that they are just absolute stunners. These guys have huge rhizomal roots. They come back every year. Wonderful nectar flow for all of our pollinators. And one of my favorites. I think a favorite of most of the locals out here, judging by how many people actually choose to either intentionally plant these or just keep them around in their yards, which is always nice to see people hanging on to the natives. You can see wonderful woolly bracts. You've got a little bit of hair on the stems, not all that much. And then the abaxial surface of the leaves is a little bit woolly. Lovely veination as well. Look at that. That's just, it's really nice. I love these plants. Hard to beat it. I can't get over that. Look at that woolliness. And as you can see, things are definitely popping off. So that is a whole big field of blazing stars there. It's actually kind of all over the mountain right now. Down here closer, we've still got the Calencia going off. Love those two-tone flowers, the violet on the top and the kind of indigo blue on the bottom. Here's those blazing stars up close. So that's what's completely covering the hillside. Actually, the Calencia is too. It's just harder to see from far away. And then we've got some Claytonia down here. So this is the Claytonia perfoliata, the miner's lettuce. And you can definitely see by those flowers it's related to the Claytonia lanceolata. Very pretty flowers, just very, very tiny. And then we've got an absolute stunner over here. This is some two-lobe larkspur. Delphinium natalianum or something like that. I don't remember its specific name. It's Delphinium is the genus anyways. I probably shouldn't be touching it, but give you a nice little money shot there. I say I shouldn't be touching it. These can cause skin irritation, and they are deadly toxic. So don't eat that one. That'll kill you. Also, just down slope from me a little bit, we got some ragworts starting to go off. Adding some more yellow back into the landscape since the erythronium, the avalanche lilies, are done. And I think all the buttercups are done too. So we're just a few short steps away. We've got more of those beautiful two-tone flowers there. But then right behind them we've got some shooting stars, not to be confused with the blazing stars. So these are in Boraginaceae, as you can see, I'm sure. And these ones are just finishing up, so they're not looking quite as stunning, but always a showstopper. All the same. And of course you can see also more of the Claytonia down here in the mix. Those blazing stars, as I said, are completely covering the hillside. Got some yarrow in the background. That's actually starting to send up a a flower stalk, an inflorescence, but it's not there yet. We've got lots of the biscuit root still flowering here and there. The flowers are actually open now, so pretty cool. And then right behind these guys, we've got some lupins getting ready to flower. So same thing, they're sending up their shoots there, but flowers are not here yet. It's still early May. Those are usually, I don't know, mid-May to mid-June is usually when those are going off. We've got some woods rose here. I think that's shooting back from the root maybe. It might be new growth, but probably just a new stalk here after the fire. I don't know if any of the woods rose will flower. I'd have to look up whether they flower on first or second year wood. But happy to have them back anyways. Lovely little pink flowers that speckle the hillside. Oh, look at it. It's got some stone crop coming back. This stuff was everywhere before the fire. Nice succulent leaves. Look at those. That's nice. Okay, down here we've still got some water leaf. Still going, finishing up. You can see the fruits and then some flowers that are still on the balls there. And those are just underneath some mianthemum. And then we've got another lupin here, which is getting ready to flower. I think this is actually a different kind of lupin too. There's at least a couple that call the mountain home, but they all look so similar, and I am very much not an expert. So I think this is probably big leaf lupin, but again, not an expert, no idea. Definitely a lupin though. And of course more of those blazing stars. Down here by the spring, we've got a lovely one. This is heartleaf arnica, Arnica cordifolia. Nice showy rays. See the bracts there. And if I can get down to its basal leaves, yeah, they've kind of lost their heart shape. I don't know, maybe it's a different kind of arnica. I think it's cordifolia though. There's another one, looking a little bit rough, a little uneven. Got more woods rose behind it. Actually, that might be wineberry. It's really hard to tell them apart when they're little tiny things like that. And then more yellow in the landscape. I think that's some kind of dandelion. Looking a little rough, a little trampled. It is growing in the path, so I've probably walked over it, and deer have definitely walked over it. And then some more yellow. I planted this, but it is a native. That is, of course, golden currant, Ribes aurum. Looking fantastic in the landscape here. Look at those nice big leaves coming up, the nice new growth there. Very lovely to see that. Got some great new shoots coming up too. And then down here, we've actually still got some of the bluebells going off. One of my all-time favorites. And they always look great with the yellow as well. Got this nice vivid blue. Look at that. And of course, the ever-present blazing stars. So down here by the stream, we of course have some stream violets. Viola glabella. These were going off last time, I think. Quite nice, though. And then as they're starting to fade, we do have those Arnica cordifolia coming in. That one's not open yet, but soon probably. And then, of course, the Trillium. I'm in my own light here. But the Trillium are finishing up. So they've taken on that nice, deep pink, almost purple color by this point. And you can see how much everything is just filling in. Coming back to life in a big way. Here's some more of that golden currant. At kind of an awkward position here, so sorry it's a little shaky. This is actually a different golden currant, but you can see what beautiful shrubs these are. And they also produce edible berries, making them even more wonderful. And look at all that really vigorous new growth up from the root as well. So this is one of the ones that I am going to be stool layering. So later in the year I am going to pack a bunch of soil and organic matter around the base of the plant there. And then in a year or two, when it's dormant, I will come back and dig it up and divide it. And I will have a whole bunch of nice currants. And we've got a sand cherry waking up over here too. Ever-present green watering can. Well, here's one that'll sneak by you if you're not paying attention. Not just because the size. As you can see, they are, I don't know, a millimeter or so. Definitely on that scale. But also because they look really similar in passing to these guys. But these are forget-me-nots. I'm pretty sure. Some kind of forget-me-not. But just making a nice little bluish colored carpet down there. Okay, a little bit out of breath here because I'm walking back up the slope, but I just wanted to show another one of these lupins. So as you can see, these ones, the leaves are quite a bit more narrow, and they're upturned like that, the little V shape. I don't know what the correct terminology is there. And they're quite a bit fuzzier. So definitely a different species of lupin. And I think there's probably several that call this mountain home. But just wanted to show that so you can see a close-up of one that is a little bit different. And then same story, these guys are getting ready to flower, but they're not there yet. All right, then we've got a bit of a close-up here on one of these ragworts. So, okay, maybe. If I can put my coffee cup down. There we go. You can see those ones in a little bit more detail. You've got some biscuit root behind it, and more of the little carpet of forget-me-nots. Of course, blazing stars, ever present, and a nice little dandelion. So I was just walking up the road here, and from all the way over there, this guy stood out. I had to come take a look. It's a white shooting star. It is the only one that I've seen flowering. There's its basal leaves. Also, the wind is blowing downslope and it just smells like flowers. For obvious reasons. Oh, check it out. We've also got a phlox up here on the top. It's nice. There were more phlox up here last year. So either it's just starting out and I have missed the others, or there might just be less of them after the fire. I'm not sure. Pretty flowers, though. They're not exactly showy plants, so this might just be the first one, and I might have been, missing them walking past. A lot easier to see them once they're flowering.